All right. Let me know when you guys get in the stream. We are live. Welcome. Let me hear from you in the chat whenever you get live. I'm going to try to pull you up here on my phone. All right, Brother Meyer. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I'm live. I'm trying to find it on my phone here, guys. Hold on a second so I can read the chat. It worked out. It's a good live time, isn't it? Awesome live time. We can practice some patience. Well, guys, I'm not finding the stream on my phone. I'm trying to. G'day, Dean. What's up, MJ? Dragonfly, glad you're here. Max, here we go. I'm still trying to find it on my phone. Give me a second, guys, because I can't. There it is. I don't know what. There it is. Got it. Sweet. Smash the likes for me, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. That would help me tremendously. We're gonna hit 800 subs hopefully in this. We got 794. We need 6 subs. 6 of you to hit 800. 6 of you. Can we do it? Oh yeah. Everybody's wondering what this move is. So let's talk about it. Let's look at it and see what's going on. Number one, just keep your head, okay? Let's just go back. Let me just kind of calm you guys down so you feel all right, okay? Let's just look at this candle. Just look at that candle, okay? Just look at it. Just look at it. Let's go back. Not quite as big, but look at that candle. Boom. Let's just go back. Oh, that was a good one right there. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Let's just go back. Oh, here was a big one. Look at that. Boom. I mean, they're all over the place. I mean, look at all these really up fast moves and down moves. I mean, just they're all over the place. So just stop freaking out, guys. The market always comes back. The market is not going to take off overnight, and you're not going to lose out on what you could have had. Okay? It's not going to happen. Could it be going up higher? Yeah, it could be going up higher. But is it going to go up higher forever? No. It's going to come back for you. Okay? So just chill. The market comes back. Just chill. I want you to notice something right here. This didn't break that low. So technically we can throw the fibs on that guy. Let's just throw the fibs on it. This move might come up to $76.67 or $78. It may go up there. It may not go up there. But good chance it might. Excuse me, my nose is itchy. This would be basically just a continuation of this big pattern right here. That's why I didn't know what to do with it, because it's just so crappy. What we know, let's just talk about what we know. As long as we, let me just see what you guys are saying in response. Can't wait for Ethereum. Yeah, man. Hang in there. Hang in there. All right. So let's just talk about what we know. If we make a higher high right here from here, this is Litecoin. We'll look at Bitcoin in just a second. But if we make a higher high here in Litecoin, then we know then that because this didn't make a lower low, that these waves are connected. They're connected as part of one unit. Okay, so if that's the case, then we know that it's going to be corrective. Okay, most likely because we put the fibs on this move right here. This came corrective. Okay, this is corrective. This is the only other thing this could be is a leading diagonal, but it doesn't have the wedge shape of a leading diagonal. So this is corrective. This came down correctively as well, and so most likely this is just a big WXY or an ABC. This is probably going to be 5 waves to the upside, probably looking at $76 to $78. Should you jump in a trade right now? I personally wouldn't do it unless you get a nice pullback. But even then, you're not guaranteed because then if it doesn't make a higher high, then if it just continues down from here, then this is some kind of 2 wave after this wave right here. You'll notice that we've got, if I put the fibs on this move right here, you'll notice this wave came past the 1618. We got 1, 2, 3. This is 4 wave. It didn't breach the 1 wave, and this is a 5 wave. That's a 5 wave sequence. Impulse could be a 5 wave impulse. Yeah, it measures like an impulse wave. So this could simply be a 2 wave. That will be invalidated once we reach a higher high. Now, why did the price go straight up? It's to get your emotions rolling. You guys, your emotions are rocking right now, aren't they? And that's what they do. You've got to understand that. They do it on purpose. Why didn't price keep going up? Why did price stop so abruptly? Why did price go up and up and up and then just stopped immediately? That's not organic. That is manipulation. That is market makers with money moving the market to get you to get out of your position so they can take the opposite side of your position. See, they want people to start buying right now because, I mean, if price is going down, now that's a big if. If price is going down, okay, they need to get you buying so they can sell into your buys. You understand? The only way that they're going to be able to sell in short is that they have somebody buying on the other side of that market. So this is market maker play. Why do they go up so? And here's the thing: why do they go up so fast and down so slow? Up so fast, down so slow. Because they're going up really fast to induce a bunch of buyers, okay? And they're going slow down because they're systematically selling. That's my take on it, okay? This is just a consolidation pattern before we have more downside. I believe we're going to have more downside, okay? That's just my take on it. That's what I believe. This market is showing it. Everything looks more down. I just strongly believe that. And until I get evidence that we're going up, I want to see a 5 wave impulse. Now, if you watched today's video, you should know and you should understand that we have nothing measuring impulsively. Now, this is going to measure impulsively, but the C wave can often measure impulsively. But that's the last wave. That's not the first wave. I'm looking for a first wave, a number 1 wave that is measuring like an impulse wave. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for, the last wave. I'm looking for the first wave. And then I want to see that pullback. And once I see a wave, a first wave, okay, so I want to see a good bottom right here. Here is our bottom. This is not a new bottom. This is a continuation of this pattern unless this is like a 2 wave. And that's a possibility. So I want you guys to just kind of chill. All right, just chill. Let the market do its thing. Let the market makers do their thing, okay? Let me just take a peek. Are you guys tracking with that? Yes, absolutely. It is within that in that wedge, indeed. Let's look at BTC for a minute. You'll kind of see the same thing, and you'll see the first thing that I do on my computer is number 1. I have my trend lines drawn. Okay, now let's just zoom out and see what my trend lines are, so you can kind of just take a peek here. Okay. So right now, you've got to understand that, and I've told you I've got 2 counts, and if you've been following the channel, I've got 2 counts, that this could be a 4 wave triangle, that we could be getting something like this, okay? This could be A, B, C, could be making D right now, okay, and then E. And sometimes E is shorter, and it doesn't continue all the way to the bottom. It's shorter, and it continues on. And then we're going to have an upside move, okay? Now, we're not in D. So even if we come up to D, we're going to be coming down for E. Why? Because the market always comes back, okay? The market always comes back. So just guys, when you see these moves, you might be thinking, "Oh, I was thinking about entering the trade there." You missed a trade. But how many more trades are coming? There's so many more trades coming. Okay, so you gotta. If there's one thing you learn from me, it's just you gotta manage your emotions. You've got to manage your emotions, because if you're emotional, you're gonna lose money. I know. Can I just tell you? I've lost money in this market because I was emotional. And you got to get emotions out of it, and it's a constant process. And I still lose trades because I'm emotional on occasion. So, and I usually let you know the day after I lose, because I was emotional or I got shaken out. I'm still in a short position. Right now I'm in the negative, and my short position is not killer, but I'm negative in my short position right now. And so what? I've got a stop set. If it goes any higher, if it goes to a particular level, I'll cut that trade and then short it later when it gets back up here to this trend line or something like that. So just understand that trading is about managing your emotions more than anything. It's about managing your emotions. Okay. So this is a possibility, could be in play, and we haven't broken. Until we break this blue line down here, this is not out of the question. Now you'll notice that I'm going to leave the letters on there, but I'm going to take the wave off so we can just remember. Okay, you'll notice that I had this. This is not a triangle, guys. I want you to know that. These are just trend lines. That's not a triangle. A triangle has three waves over and over and over, and I don't think this is a triangle. Now, even if it were, a lot of times what happens with triangles, guys, you got to realize is that they will break out. They know what this shape looks like. Just think about it for a minute. Why does the market make these shapes? Why are these shapes made? Because you guys are taught TA based on these shapes, but these shapes are not organic. They're not. They're created by the market to take your money. Okay, you just got to get it. So anyway, a lot of times they'll break out really fast to the upside and then just take it down like that. That happens. I can't tell you how many times that happens. How many times have you seen that happen before? So you got to realize that that's another possibility of a play that's coming. So just realize that that's a possibility, and don't freak out, because they're just shaking the shorts out of their shorts. All right, so. Yep, Keith, it is not organic for sure. Listen, I'll just be honest with y'all. Do y'all really think the market is driven by you guys and me without a little bit of money? Listen, I don't care if you have $100,000 and you're playing with $100,000. You ain't nothing in the market. You don't have any kind of money. $100,000. What? You might move price 50 cents with a big order. Okay. Because the people with the money, they're just going to come back and defend against you and send it back the other way. How many times have you seen your order move the market just a little bit, and then all of a sudden immediately there's this order that counteracts what you just did? It's because there's algorithms and bots of companies and people and banks that have all this money, and their bots defend particular price levels because they're doing what they want to do with the price. So you guys have to understand that this market is manipulated completely. It's not illegal. It's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just you got to know what you're dealing with. This is not an organic market made by a bunch of people like you and me that are moving price by supply and demand. It's just not the case. It's moved by big banks. It's moved by people with millions and billions, billions and billions of dollars. Okay, so y'all just got to realize that. The Gym Show, yeah. Welcome, guys. Glad to see you, Raid. Jose, glad you're here, buddy. I didn't mention you, Imbu. That's Michael from Facebook. I'm pretty sure, right? Don't forget, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, feel free. It's over at Litecoin Swing Trading Community. We have a good time there. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk more about Bitcoin here and just see what's going on. So anyway, so we have this potential here. I want you to understand that this ABCDE pattern here that's in a triangle has to look like this. Okay, Elliott wave, it needs to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's a tough one. Now we're going to get it 1, 2, 3. Potential. That's potential. Doesn't have to be, but it's still in play. It's a possibility. I mean, so we could be coming up here to $11,400 in that ballpark, 11,500 in there somewhere. It could be as, I mean, if it comes straight up, which I don't think it will, but if it comes straight up, you're looking at 11,600 potentially. But most likely, it'll come up, organically, if anything is organic. And then if it does that, if it goes up there and bounces off that trend line, you're going to see one more 3-wave down to the bottom or down to the middle, okay? And then you're going to see 5 waves to the upside, a pullback, and then it's going to be off to the races. And that's where you buy it, on that pullback, okay? That's where you buy. So that's what we're looking at. Why do you buy on that pullback? Because then you can measure the wave, whether it's impulsive or not. And then on the pullback, it's going to retrace 50 to 60% or even 70%. It's going to retrace that much, and then you buy. So you'll be able to be ready for it. You can see it. Okay. All right. So that's a potential. I want you to know about it. Let's talk about another potential. What else could be happening here? So it could be a triangle. I don't think it's a triangle. I don't, because this wave is just too big. Too big for a 3-wave. I mean, shoot, let me just throw the extensions on the 1, 2. Here's 1, that little baby thing, and there's 2. I mean, right here is the 3, 6, 1, 8. I mean, this is your 3-wave right here. That's 3 in my opinion. This is 4, and that's 5. So I mean, my count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're making 2-wave. If I zoom way out, let me just go down to like the 4-day. Just show you. Sorry. I mean, it could be as simple as A, B, C. Okay? I mean, it just looks very, very simple. Very simple wave. There's an ABC down to the 618. Where would the 618 take us? And by the way, this is just a rehash of the video from Saturday. If you haven't watched that one, you should definitely check it out. Here's the 618.65. So I mean, here's our target down here at 7,000 to 8,000 in that ballpark there. So again, don't freak out. Don't freak out. What do we got going on in the chat here? Yeah, if it hits, Robert, if it hits 11.4, that would be a C wave. Let's go back and look at that. And let me just show you. Go back to the 4-hour. So this would be A, B, C. This would be the D wave, but this would be the C wave of that D. Okay, Robert? So let me just relabel it again. A, B, C, D, E. So if it goes to 11.4, we're looking at, this would be the C wave. Okay, this would be 3 waves, 3 waves, and then 3 waves. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I think somebody made a comment in today's morning video. Said like, nonsense, I don't know where price is going to go. Yeah, that's right. I don't know where price is going to go. Who said they did? I just know that this is corrective structure. This is corrective. Everything's measuring correctively. Everything in this is measuring correctively. So, I mean, we're not going straight up to the moon right now. I just know that. That's what I know. How it goes, I think we're going down. How it goes down, I don't know. But I'm telling you the possibilities so you can be ready, because I've never said I know. In fact, I always say I don't. How many times did I say in the video today? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So those kind of comments always confuse me. I think it's people that just don't watch the videos. So that's my take on that. So the final C. No, Robert, that wouldn't be the final C. Hopefully that helps. With C, D, E, we'd have to wait for this. A true triangle has 5 waves in it, okay? And it's every wave is 3 waves, okay? So that's what you got to remember in Elliott wave. It's not just Elliott wave. That's a true technical triangle. So 3 waves makes A, 3 waves makes B, and here's your 3 wave. That's a tough one to get, but there's 3 waves in there, Okay, now we would need 3 waves to the upside, 3 waves to the downside, and then we're off to the races. Okay. If we reach this trend line up here, good chance. I think that's probably a good buy down here at E. Probably. I wouldn't mind buying right in there. Yeah, Carolyn, I don't listen to them much. I mean, it just always just kind of dumbfounds me that people throw those stupid comments out there. I mean, they are stupid because I mean, if you watch the video, he knows I said I didn't know. So, who's pretending to know? And if you think that's what I'm doing with Elliott Wave, then you totally misunderstand Elliott Wave, or you understand what I'm saying about Elliott Wave. So anyway, yeah. Hey, hold on one second. I don't have a drink, and see if somebody can get me one. I do have a drink. That's clear liquid. It is water. Oh, E in US dollars. It could be as low as 9,800. It could be 10,300. Because a lot of times the E wave, James mentioned it today in our group, the E wave, the bulls just kind of hit it at the 50% retracement. So you would start looking to buy about 10.6 if it comes up here and bounces off. So if it comes up here and bounces off that trend line, you might look for a buy at 10.6, between 10.6 and 10.2. So. All right, good cut. Okay, yeah, thanks. I didn't get to it. What else could it be? All right, so it could be ABC to E. Let's zoom in and let me show you what else I think it could be, okay? You got to remember, thanks, Max, for getting me back on track. Here's what else it could be, guys. My nose is itching. I'm sorry. I'm not picking my nose, I promise. So we've got a WXY, or that's an ABC, whatever. It's a 3-wave. Let's just call it a 3-wave. A 3-wave. We could be doing this, basically, boom, like that. And this would be a 3-wave here, and that could still put us up here, there. There's another possibility as well of that last wave. This could be the 3-wave right there. It could be short and dumpy. So this could be done, but it might not be done. So what we need to do now is zoom in on this current wave, and see what we're going on. Hold on one second. I got to scratch my nose here. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. That's horrible, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, and Dragonfly, Carolyn, I will get that just in a minute. Get your question in just a minute. Let me hit Max's first because I was talking about that. So let me zoom in here to the 15-minute chart. Let me just show you what else could it be. Okay, we know that this wave was corrective, okay? What's interesting to me about this, guys, is this. Let me go to a different time frame because let me go to the 1 hour. This whole thing measures correctively. Look at it. We put our fibs on the first wave. Boom. Boom. There it is. Came to the 1276, okay? So that's a corrective wave. Now, what's interesting to me is that this wave that follows it doesn't look corrective. It looks impulsive. Look how it measures. See the 1618 right here? It seems to be measuring impulsively. See how this wave came to the 2618? I don't know if you can see the fibs or not. Let me zoom it out there so you can see. Let's just make it a little bit bigger so you can see. See how the bottom of this wave right here came to the 2618? Then we had to move up, and then we came down. The only problem is that this looks 3-wavish to the downside, so that's kind of weird. So that was kind of funky. But this is measuring impulsively, okay? It looks 5-wavish, and it looks like it's measuring impulsively. So until we break this top right here at 10,900, I have no reason to believe that we're going any higher than that high. Okay, this could simply be a 2-wave. Now let me just show you. If this whole thing is a 1, if this whole thing is a 1 and then a 2, this is 3 waves of a 2, right? Okay, if that's the case, then that 2 can't break this high up here. So let's measure this as a two-wave, as it's just a 2 wave right here. This wave right there to there. Look at the fibs. Measuring just here. Shout out, how many of you watched today's video all the way through about the fibs and understood the fibs level? Let me get an idea of how many of you were watching that and understand that. That when we measure this first wave and then the second wave, then where this third wave extends to, if it extends to the one-to-one extension and bounces back, chances are, it's corrective and it's going to continue down. If it stops at the 1276 and bounces back. So we've got 2 levels right up here that are defending. So hopefully you've got a frame of reference here for how we draw the fibs here. Okay? So, yeah, I made one before I went to meet with my body today, Dragonfly. So, yeah, it's good. It really helps you understand why I draw the fibs like I do. But just know this, that if we bounce in this region right here, this is that region that I keep moving. This region right here, the 1 or the 1276 area, and come down. This is corrective. ABC. That's what you got right there, guys. Until we start making our way up here to the 1618, this isn't looking impulsive at all. Okay. Now, if we start heading up, okay, from here, and we do this trick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and then we do that, and then that, we got a 5-wave impulse. I'm gonna have to relook at things. Okay. I would have to relook at things. I would have to probably throw the fibs on this move and see what we got. Even then, that's only putting us at the fib for this move right here. It's putting us at the 11.2 to 11.6. So even if we got that, it doesn't mean we're impulsive, because this is very corrective in nature. This could be, okay. In fact, this is probably what we're getting now that I'm thinking about it, looking at it, and shoot, it's probably what we're getting, y'all. We're getting a move like this. But what is that in the grand scheme of things? Well, think it through. It's either our C wave or D wave of our correction of our triangle, or it's A, B, and then we're going to get a leg C down. So the market makers, they know what they're doing, don't they? They really do. Guys, good high likelihood we go up and touch that trend line. I just thinking about the way market makers play, but we'll see. We'll see. So it could be doing.
And so the
how'd that happen? I brought Crypto Kirby up. How did that happen? What in the world? Okay, yeah. So let's try it again. So we would basically have 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, and then up. Possible? Or we've got C, D, E. That's just what I drew. Sorry. ABC, ABC, and then we're going to get ABC like that. It's kind of a bunch of hodgepodge. So basically, A, a B, and a C, and that ABC is right there, just like that. Here's our target zone for that. That's why I got that box down there. And that green line, that's a target zone if we do that. So, now I don't know if we're going to go up. I don't know if we're going to go up and touch that trend line, but I can see that it could possibly happen. Let's just go back. I'm going to keep up with the chat here in just a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of trying to keep my train of thought. I'm so scatterbrained sometimes. I want to acknowledge you guys as you're chatting, and I want to get this information to you as well, so apologize. So on the 1 hour, until we see price come up and break this 1618, and break this top line here, this is my red line of death today. Let's make this nice and dark. It's going to be a red line of death today. Yellow's like, no, what did I do? Okay, it's yellow line of death. Yellow was upset. So here's our yellow line of death right there. If it passes that, and that's sitting at 10,950, okay? If it passes that and then comes up here to the 1618, we're probably going to have a pullback and then one more push to the upside. That wave would look like this. Like that. Something like that. Could come up a little higher. Whatever. Looking at 11.6 in that ballpark. Now, what else could it be? It could totally just go down from here. This could be our C wave. That's it. This is impulsive. That's what's making me think we're going down, because this looks like an impulse to me. This is looking corrective right now, and it's stopping at the 1-to-1 extension. It may go on up to the 1276. Let's see what happens. There's probably going to be some sideways stuff, some chop going on, and then it's gonna maybe go up to the 10,800 level. But as long as it stops there and continues down, you'll notice too that this structure right there is where we're stopped. Back to structure. Yep, let's see what kind of retracement it gave. So there was our move. It has retraced back to the 786. It's a good place for a two-wave to stop. Good likelihood we go down from here, guys. I mean, that's a strong possibility, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. All right, Jim, thanks for the constant flow of information on the market. Good work. I had a question. Can you talk a little about how you use stop losses in the market? Mine are always taken by market makers. Yeah, let me talk about stop losses in just a little bit. That's a good question. Dragonfly says, why would we not retrace further if this is 5 waves? Would we have to correct deeper than we have? I'm not sure I understand that question. So I'm not saying yet that this is 5 waves. Right now, this looks 3 wave-ish. Now, when you have an A, a B, and a C, the last wave is 5 waves. Okay, so the last wave will be 5 waves. The C leg. Let's put the fibs. That's an interesting thing. Let's do that. Let's put the fibs on just this wave right here. I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit. Now, if this is like a 1-2, I would expect this to be impulsive, right? This would have to be impulsive, but nothing of that looks impulsive at all. Let's just measure it. Here's our first wave delineation right here. See how we came up to the 1276 and took a dive? Is there any part of that I can measure that looks impulsive? I mean, this came up to the 1618, but this wave structure, it breaks Elliott wave rules. So it breaks all the Elliott wave rules. This wave right here just invalidates everything from being impulsive. Yeah, that can't be an impulse. That's corrective. So that tells me if we measure this, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Where did we come? Came to the 1276 and we didn't quite make the 1618 and we bounced. Now we could go up higher. I mean, we could, but it's looking like we could go down from here. But this would have to be, this would basically be an A, B, and a C, and 5 waves would have to be in there somewhere. So chances are we could come up and hit one more time. See, it's just impossible to count waves when they do that junk. So you assume there's 5 waves there. Market manipulation. Okay, what's your question, Keith, about market making manipulation? Dragonfly, would they really let us buy that cheap? Well, it's not like they don't want anybody else to buy. I'm sure they're fine with other people buying. They just have to get other people selling so that they can buy. That's the idea. So don't think of the manipulation goes that deep. They just want, if they want to buy cheap, okay, they have to get price down to where they want to buy, and they have to do it without spending their own money. Think that through for a minute. They have to move price down and down and down without them just taking the market down by their own constant selling. So what they do is they sell in impulses. They will sell in bursts on the way down, and they'll get the market moving. Like this right here, they sold in a burst, and once they got things moving, they let the market come back in. And now everybody's speculating, where's it going? And so there's going to be a period of consolidation, buying and selling. And then all of a sudden, it's just going to start tanking again, possibly, or going up. Just depends on where they want it to go. If you're an institution, where do you want to buy? Do you want to buy at 10,000? Or do you want to buy at 7,000? Think about it. If BACT doesn't start till September, that's institutional buying. Where do you think they want to buy? Where do you think that institution would want to start buying? Okay? So, yeah. The retrace is too shallow from 14,000 Dragonfly. So, yeah. So, I'm sorry. I'm just catching up with the chat, guys. So yeah, we need to go lower. It's too shallow. The only way it could be that shallow and stay that way is this is a 4-wave. And right now that's not invalidated. That this triangle is part of a 4th wave, and so we have to anticipate that. Now if it's a 4th wave and that's a potential, where would that take us after this 4th wave? So what I'm saying here is that this is a potential count. 1, 2, 3. This is 4, okay, and 5. Now 5 is just going to come up here to this, maybe $17,000, probably to the next peak over here, which is about $17,000. That's probably where 5 would take us, something like that. If I put the fibs on that guy and measured that, let's see where it would take us. $15,700, $17,500. In that ballpark, maybe as high as 20,000, 19,885. 85. So that's if this is a 4-wave. I don't think it is, personally. Just don't think it is. But it's not invalidated yet. See this big old channel? That's what I'm looking at. But this wave definitely has me pausing, for sure. There's no doubt about it. I'm not freaking, though. Just pausing. Just pausing. 1276. There it is. That's what we've been saying, my brother. Liquidity. Search. What is liquidity? There it is. Thank you, sir. That's correct. All right, so right now we've got 2 measurements that measure the 1276. We've got confluence. We've got the 1-to-1 extension of this wave right here. We got 1-to-1 there. We got the 1276 of this move right here, and they kind of meet up. So chances are we're going down from here. But if it continues up from here, then then don't forget our yellow line of death here. If it surpasses this, then we're probably looking at 11.6. To about 11.6, 11.4 to 11.6 in that ballpark, and that could be an ABCDE pattern. We'll have to see. Even then, that ABCDE pattern is not validated yet. All right, Keith, what is your question about market maker and manipulation? I am ready for it. All the big alts made the same vertical move about the same time. Oh, okay. That was your question. Okay. So what's the question? Just why it, yeah, hopefully down we go for sure. Yeah, we should expect if that's some kind of a three wave or something like that, then we should expect, some kind of retrace down here to 10.3 to 10.3 to 10.4 in that ballpark. So Keith, I guess the question is, or the question is, why do they all move at the same time? You think about it. Think about it. All these exchanges, they got you, man. They got. These exchanges, man. It's just. I can't explain it other than it's manipulated. It's manipulated by the people that own the exchanges and own the money. And they're doing it everywhere. Yeah, well, explain that to us, man. Because in crypto here, the correlation is different than. Hey, James, Wax. The correlation here in crypto is different because you have all these altcoins, and it's not being moved by the value of the dollar. The dollar's not moving the price. It's something different. Whereas in forex, you got the correlation with all the different currencies. So this is getting into an area of knowledge that I don't have all the knowledge, guys. I'm just learning like you guys, for sure. I hope this thing tanks all the way back down. Come on. Here we go. I saw a move like this recently. Where did I see that? Oh yeah, it was like this morning. It was a move up and then boom. Move up and boom. All right. 28 of you in the chat. Got any other questions or thoughts, guys? Let's see. If this move retraces to the 0.5, will it take us back up? It just depends on what this is. If that's complete, no, it's just going to keep coming down. Let's watch the reaction. I guess is the question. Just watch the reaction at the 0.5. So, and the 0.382 retracement. So let's just watch reaction right there. I'll throw the fibs on that and leave that there. Let's just watch it and see. And thanks for recommending the likes. And how are we doing on subscription yet, guys? We got enough subscribers yet? We hit 800. I'm gonna sing a ditty if we hit 800. What? It hasn't even moved. Hasn't even moved. Come on. How's our stream health? We're doing okay. Sound and video good on y'all's end? James and Wax, if you guys got anything to share, I'm not the expert here. If you guys got, James is good with Elliott Wave, and so is Wax. He's a great trader in the forex. If you want to trade forex, and he's your man for sure. All right. That's all right. We'll get some subscriptions. I picked up a bunch of subs today. I'm thankful, guys. I really am. I'm trying to get 1,000. 1,000's the magic number. But when we hit 1,000, that's when I can monetize the channel. So you're gonna have to click past some ads. Hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. I do it all the time to other people. So yeah. Stock, crypto, fiat currency, everything's connected. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, bro. I kind of mentioned that's good. We both seeing the same thing there, James. So this could be, like I said, until we see. Here's your W. X, and then Y is coming up here too, between 11.2 and 11.6 right there. That's one way to fib it. Then the other way to fib it is here on this move here. Could be seeing a 5-wave move though here. We'd have to probably get it there. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I didn't know you were watching there. Sounds good. All right. Uh, oh, thanks, Keith. Man, I appreciate that. That's kind. I hope we go down to 9K. I hope. Keep on trucking. Only when you're in a traders group are you excited price is going down. That's my favorite thing in the world, when people get excited when price goes down. How to explain that's all connected to servers and algos. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wax, that makes sense. Hey guys, do me a favor. My buddy Wax, he's been a mentor to me and a helper. Click on his YouTube and go over. He trades on the forex. Just give him some likes and subscribes there to help him get going. He's just got his channel started, so give him some help if you would. He's a fantastic dude. He lives in Canada, so I think he's heading to Lebanon here soon. But anyway, um, yeah, let's see what happens for sure. What other channels do you find where I'm advertising other people's channels? Uh, People that have helped me along the way, they deserve advertisements for sure. I call him, his screen name is Wax, but it's Wael or Whale, Wael is his name. So, but Trading Shapes, it's the Trading Shapes in the chat. There you go. There you go. So click on his and go give him some likes and subscribes. He's helped me a lot. He helped me with the Fibonacci's. My dog's barking. Sorry about that. I did it. All right. Hey, thanks guys. Appreciate that. And if you want to get into the forex, he's your guy. I'm still learning the forex. I'm still trying to get a handle on it. I have a better handle on crypto. All right. Let's look at. I promised iGuy would look at Ethereum, so we haven't looked at Ethereum yet. So let's do it. Let us do it. To it. Same thing. Same thing. Okay. Do it. All right. So just looking at it, the first thing I usually do is just draw whatever trend lines I see right away. So let me just draw a couple that I just see right away. So I'm not sure which one that is right there. I'm not sure if we carry it from the top or not. It looks more like that better. Yeah. Um, let's see. We haven't broken out. We just wicked through the top. Haven't broken out. This looks impulsive right there. It measures kind of impulsively. Unless this is one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same kind of deal with Litecoin. Could be an impulsive wave. Looks kind of impulsive. Let's measure this wave here. This came up to the 1276. That's corrective. This came to the 1-to-1 extension. That's corrective. That's a corrective wave. That's a corrective wave. Probably going to get another corrective wave. Maybe. One-to-one extension puts us up here at 198.49. 1276 puts us up here at 202.96. So if we break the top here, this is Ethereum, guys. If we break the top here at the 1-to-1 extension or the 1276, there's your shape, ABC. Okay, it doesn't break the high here. That's an impulse. So that would be 1, 2, and then we'd be going down big time, hard. Ethereum might be telling the tale for all of crypto right there, because that's the best chart there. So chances are we're going to break this and then just come down. So it's going to look like a breakout and then boom, come down. Let's check the chat, see what you guys are thinking here. Last high, this high here, wall. You could short at 202. You might think of shorting at 198 potentially if it looks reversalish. It'd be a good short for Ethereum, maybe. But remember, triangles form, guys. You got to remember too. Triangles are generally continuation patterns. They are not reversal patterns mostly. I mean, they can happen, but generally triangles are, when you see triangles, they're generally continuation. So you might see that. Okay, they're going to continue with the trend. Guys, I'm still biased to the downside. Am I crazy? You think I'm crazy? Think I'm crazy? With that kind of candle, I'm crazy to think that. That's got to be going up. That's got to be. Look at that candle. Can't be market makers at all. Because I mean, shoot, I don't see any other candles like that anywhere where we went up really fast and then came back down really fast. And I mean, come on, guys, they're everywhere. Don't be freaked out. Whenever you got these triangular patterns, man, they're collecting buys and sells, buys and sells, buys and sells. They've got to make people think it's going up, so they can sell into the buys. Robert, that's you, man. That's you. You're the crazy one, right? Oh, man. Come on now. Wall, am I crazy? Are you saying yes to that? All right. Let's check back. Let's see. Where are we headed if this goes down? Here's one of my problems here, guys, with this. I don't know what to make of this count here. Is that a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 down? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Let's see, we don't come down impulsively, but I mean, could it be? It's just it's really odd shape. But is this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? My daughter's saying good night. Say good night to everybody. Good night. Love you. See ya. Yeah, it's corrective down. Can't be 5 wave unless it's ending diagonal, 4 overlaps. It doesn't really overlap here, not on Ethereum. I mean, I don't believe in wicks. I know that there's disagreement there, but I see overlaps in four waves all the time. But it's barely an overlap there. It may not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how else to count that junk. How else do you count that? It, I see five waves here. I see five waves in here. Five waves in here. I got three waves there that measure correctively. I think this is going down, and this is probably the fifth wave. What would be our target if that's the case? Well, we just draw some structure lines here. There's some structure here. Structure here. We already hit that. I'm shooting at the hip here, guys. I don't know. The 618, 159 to 159 to 147 in that ballpark. It seems like a reasonable target. It looks proportional. If we measure this wave, the first wave, to this wave, I mean, that puts us right down at 147. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see what you guys are saying, because I could be wrong as anything. Let's see. Yeah. It's a hard rule. That's a rough rule. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Well, hey, then that's great. So James is saying 4 cannot overlap the 1, though I've seen it time and time again, but that's okay. So if that's the rule, then let's say this is ABC. Now this wave measures correctively here. It's 1276 when we measure this guy. This is wrong, by the way. That's an old chart. So let's just think about this for Ethereum. 1276, boom, got a reaction. That's a B wave. So we've got ABC, ABC. Now we're getting probably A, B, C. So we're getting there's A, three waves. Now here's the question: is that B? Now we're getting C, like that, or we getting A, and then we're going to get B like that, and then C. We'll have to wait and see now, won't we? Because that's the same thing with Bitcoin and Litecoin. Same deal. Same question mark. But I like Wall's take on it. It'll probably break to the upside, but could come up here to 214 to 223. Probably 214. A, B, C, like that. Yeah, that's highly unlikely for sure, James, for sure. Yeah, MJ, you got to learn the balance. You do. Yep. Learn shapes and measure them. That's what Wall has kind of taught me. There's different schools of thought for sure. 796, nice. Till you have 800. All right, bro. We might get them later. Slipping down. I hope it is. Yep, James Meyer, I agree with that. This is manipulation for sure. Thanks, Jimmy J. Thank you, sir. Um, all right. All right. So yeah. So basically, I'm kind of seeing this little triangular shape here in Ethereum. Um, Looking for a move up and then maybe back down. Could come up as high as 214. That's probably a good as high as 223. And if it goes any higher, then you're dealing with something emotive. But this doesn't measure impulsive. This measures all correctively. So here, I mean, look here. Just measure this. You got a shape there. Corrective shape. Boom. Came down. So this is the word. Oh, sorry. Worst this is going to do, if it goes really high, the worst it's going to do is this high right here. 222, 223. Could come up there. I don't think so, but could. So that's the analysis for, yeah, 215. Yeah, I got 213.62 here. My fibs here. The only problem here is that this right here, this is why I don't think we're going to go that high. This wave right here, oops, sorry. This measures impulsively. On Litecoin, same deal. Where is it? Why is it not jumping out at me? Is it this wave? No. Where's the, was it Bitcoin that had the 5 waves? Oh yeah, it was Bitcoin that had the 5 waves. Yeah. So right here in Bitcoin, right there, that just looks too it measures impulsive. It looks too impulsive. I have a hard time interpreting that as an ABC. Okay. I know Sam on Trade Devils was saying he was interpreting it as an ABC. I just have a hard time with that. So that looks impulsive. This Ethereum wave is the same wave. It looks impulsive. It kind of measures impulsive. So I kind of think that we might not break this high. That this just might be an ABC here, an internal retracement right there, and we come up to 198 to 202 in that ballpark, somewhere like that. Yeah, 203 to 199, that ballpark there. So that's what I'm thinking there. So that's got me thinking, this might not be a big WXY, but just this is ABC and we're done, and now we're going down. This is just kind of a big corrective monster. Let's wait and see what we get. BTC, we're still kind of hovering in this range. Let's look at the 15-minute chart here. Let me go down and get some detail on these waves here. One-to-one extension there. Did not make the 382. Didn't quite make this 382 there. Let's wait and see what we get. But this came 1-1 extension. We might have another push high here. We'll see. Yeah. Tim, the smallest time frame is 1 minute. I mean, sometimes like when I'm getting a little bit of a retrace here, sometimes I'll come down to the 2 minute, 1 minute, so I can see the waves clearly, see what it's doing, and I'll kind of measure, and so I can snipe kind of my entry point. If I think it's going up, I can enter and then ride it for whatever it gives me. So sometimes I'll do that. Let's go back and answer James's thought here. Just thinking out loud, guys. Just thinking out loud. So yeah, the way I'd be interpreting that then would be, excuse me. This is ABC. This is ABC, and this is A, B, and then C. Oh, that's what we'd be looking at. That's the way I'm thinking about it. If this is, it's not a 1-2 so much as an AB maybe. That 5 waves that we just got was an A wave. We're getting a B wave. And then we're going to have the C wave to the downside. And we're going to get this $7,500 target. Keeping that as a possibility. So, James, that's the way I would see that. Yeah, correct. WXY for the entire move. So if that's the case, then we'd be, 1-to-1 is 81.35 to 276 is this green line down here, 73.50. That ballpark. 7,500. BitMEX chart looks different than BTC. It shot up, wicked at 10.8 and nearly liquidated your short. Wow. Yeah, different exchanges. I follow Coinbase, the Coinbase chart, so I find a little bit more manipulation on the on the other charts. I see a lot more wicks. Just put it that way. On the other exchanges. Yeah, I'll have some. Yeah. No, I don't. If anybody knows the answer to Imbu's question there, that'd be a fantastic answer. Why do all the exchanges move at the same time? Does one cough first? Uh, Wall was saying that they're all connected to computers and algorithms, databases and algorithms, so they're all connected in some way. Maybe. I didn't. I'll tell you this. Now, I trade on Kraken and um, I trade on Coinbase, and I watch Coinbase and Kraken, and Coinbase moves first, then Kraken follows. There's not much difference in time, but there is a difference. Kraken is second; it moves secondarily, about 30 seconds after Coinbase moves, just for the what it's worth department. Who wants to explain what arbitration bots are? And I'm going to eat some popcorn. Rude. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Any other questions about BTC or LTC? Is everybody calm? Is everybody chill? Everybody know what their plan is? Let's formulate a plan here. What's our trading plan? Thank you. Y'all see my wife? um, it's all 100, all 28 people of the internet, Christy. So all 28 of them. Trade buy high, sell low. What's that? I might later. Okay. What's that? Yeah, go ahead. Thanks. Sorry, guys. All right, what's my trading plan here? Let's just take a peek here. Watch this yellow line of death here, which is at 10,990 or no 10,936. If we break that high, this isn't a 1-2. Okay, so right now I see this as impulsive. It's at least got me thinking that's impulsive. It measures impulsively. It looks like 5 clear waves. Looks kind of impulsive. Is there some rule, James, about an X wave can be 5 waves like that? As far as I know, it needs to be 3. So that I don't see how to interpret that as 3 waves. So if that's the case, we got an ABC to the upside, and we're about finished, and we should be coming down to the downside like that. That's what I believe is happening. Now that's my first thought. That's my first what I think is going on. So that would be not a 1-2, but an A and a B, and then we'd have a C down to the downside. We'd be going down from here. We'd be going down to that 75 to 8,081. So 75 to 81 is where we'd be going if this is correct, and it might be tanking very quickly. Okay, more retracement up before dropping. So that's my first thing. Okay, that's my reasoning. This looks impulsive, measures impulsively. So far, this is measuring correctively. So okay, so if we come up here and pass this yellow line, that is out. And so we know. So we got to begin to rule out what it can be and what it can't be. So that's out. What else could it be? Again, we already talked about these things. But let's just go back over it again. Okay. What else could it be? This could be a big ABC. Okay. And we would be getting something like this, A, B, C, like that. So 11.2 to 11.7 in that ballpark, 11.249 to 11.668, and that would bring us back up to this trend line area somewhere in this region. So that's another possibility. That wave would look something like this, A, B, C, like that. Okay, so if that happens, then there's still a couple of things in play. We don't know which. You got to remember, this could be a big triangle. That's still a potential. It's not been ruled out yet. Okay, that triangle is going to be, remember, it's going to be A, B, C. This would be D, so that big 3 wave would be that D wave. We'd be looking for E down here, and then we'd be off to the races. So if we come up and hit that trend line, we have a potential for this to be a triangle. Now, here's the thing. Even if it comes and hits that trend line, it does not mean that it's a triangle. It doesn't have to be, because what it could still be, even if it comes up and hits that, is we have a big W. I'm going to put ABC, but it's a big WXY. Okay, it says ABC because it's just 3 waves. I just clicked the wrong thing. I'm not going to change it. Okay, I'm going to change it. So here, we could have a big WXY on our hands. WXY, and this Y wave would have to be ABC. No, I'm sorry. Well, no, it could be ABC. It could be. But that would have to be 5 waves, and I don't see that as 5 waves. I see it as 3 waves. So I would say that this would have to be a WX and a Y. So this X wave would we basically would be having, let me draw. There's one A, that's W, X, Y, like that. That would be the wave shape if we have a WXY. So those are still patterns of potential. So if we cross this yellow line, we need to be looking at 11.2 to 11.6 in that ballpark. Could go as high as 11.8, but I don't think so. But it could. Finally, if we cross over this trend line and we continue going, well, we're going up, and I don't know how else to interpret it. So I'm just wrecked. Okay, I don't think it's going to go up from there. Right now, I just still only have downside potentials, but those are the way I see it. They've got the triangle or the downside, either way. Let's see. Yeah, how do you like on the cell phone? Because I don't see it anywhere. On. Oh, you removed the chat. Gotcha. All right. So I just repeated everything I said. So what's our trading plan? Well, basically, I'm watching. First off, I want to see this line. I want to see this line. If I break that line, I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be looking to short, probably, or at least wait for this correction and see what happens around this area right here, about the 50% region. 50% of that wave would be somewhere around 10.5. So I'm going to be watching price around 10.5. Okay. If we come up here, if we don't and continue down, then we're going down to the $8,000 region. So we'll look at that again tomorrow. So we're still kind of bleeding off here, which is good. I like it. I like it. So many fibs on my chart. Come on, baby. Just go. Just tank right now. Okay, so what is that yellow line of death on this chart? Yeah, right here. 78, $79, that ballpark. $79. Man, I do not see that up. I just don't see it up. It looks down to me so much. Does that not look down to you guys? Wall, doesn't that look down? More popcorn. More popcorn. All right, it's 9:16. I've been on for an hour, 15 minutes. Take chart requests. What? Who's first? I don't think anybody wants anything else. Just Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Under 70. Tim, that might be right. Well, thank you for that confirmation, man. I kind of agree. I kind of agree. Going down, down. Going down. Any chart requests before we wrap it up tonight, guys? Any questions about Elliott Wave? Okay, yeah. LTC bottom. What would be the bottom? I'm still looking at 65 right now. I don't know that, but it's just that trend line right there, 65. That makes a lot of sense to me, but I don't know. I think James Meyer has it at about 56. So I don't know what to make of this wave. I don't know how to count that. I'm not sure how to count that at 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth wave down or something, or an ABC. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that wave. I'm waiting for it to give me something so I can understand it, because I do not understand that wave. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, LTC. I think didn't you say James was about 56 or something on your chart? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, James has a target at 56. My first target is this trend line at 60, 64, 65, 66 in that ballpark. Let's see what happens there. That kind of correlates with, look at that, baby. Go. Um, get that off of there and look at the retrace here. The 382. Okay, how to measure corrective and impulsive. Thanks for asking that good question. Okay, so let me just show you quick. I showed it in today's video, but an impulse wave has 5 waves, okay? And a corrective wave has 3 waves. And you'll notice that the corrective wave and the impulse wave look somewhat similar, okay? The only difference is how they measure in extensions, okay? Or the extension, the general extension of that measurement. So what we do is we just measure from the bottom of the 1 wave to the top of the 1, and then we come back to the bottom of the 2 wave, and then we see the measurement there. So if this wave doesn't, the third wave needs to come to the 1618, okay, at least, or surpass it. Generally speaking, that's a general rule. I mean, there are anomalies and there are times when it doesn't, so understand that. It can come to the 2618, the 3618, like that, but it generally most often comes to the 1618. And then a corrective wave will generally stop around the 1276 or the 1-to-1 extension there. So how do you put the tool? Number one, the tool is right here. It's over here in it's called the trend-based fib extension tool. You click on the bottom of the wave, top of the wave, and then go down to the second wave. That's if it's going up. If it's going down, you basically, if the wave is going to the downside, you just do the same way. Let me just show you on a wave going down. Sorry. Price is tanking. Go, baby, go. So you can have impulses to the downside as well. So you just start at the beginning of the wave. You measure the 1 wave by 2 clicks, and then you just put it right there, and then you can measure and see where that wave comes to. That's how it does. Yeah, I have it on the star. I've got mine starred already. Unless you responded to somebody else. Oh, the toolbar right here. You see that little star right there? It toggles the toolbar on and off. And then that toolbar is everything that you have yellow starred. You know, if you click next to some one of these, it'll put everything that you have a yellow star on that toolbar. Good question. Hey, Ken, everything looks going down to us, man. And we've kind of covered that pretty heavily. I tell you what, though, when I'm done, this thing's going to be recorded, and you can go back. You can rewind, I think, even right now. If you rewind to the beginning or to the middle, you'll hear our conversation about the LTC there. But I think we're heading down. I think all of us traders here have just kind of put our heads together, and we all kind of agree that this is just this is market maker manipulation, trying to shake out guys with not a lot of smarts. So we are bouncing on the 382 right here, but a lot of times it'll do that and then just continue to tank. So understand that as well. So be careful of that. This isn't a signal necessarily to go long. Remember the yellow line of death up here for Bitcoin. But we're glad you're here, man. Ken, glad you're here. Definitely rewind. There's good information. Really, really good information there. Meyer, we could go past 65. My problem is I don't know what to make of. I don't know how to count this, and I don't know how to measure this. Wall, if you can help us out, man, on Litecoin, where we might be. I mean, right here, basically, here's our area. Right there, you see the bottom of that wave, and then you've got a little liquidity zone here, so that's a possible area as well. So, you know, it could be anywhere from 56 to 65, and so I just don't know how to measure that quite yet until I get a clear wave, and then I can measure the extension off of that. Once I get that extension, I can give a better target, but sometimes we just got to wait and see what we get. The undo button, just Control Z, man. Control Z. But the undo button is right here. Right up here, this little button right there. That's undo. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. There's lots of chats going on, so for sure. Did I hit everybody? Tron. We got a request for Tron. Yep. Let's look at it. Tron. What's the iGuy? What is the what do you call it? What's the symbol for Tron? Is it, there it is. Tron against the dollar. It's TRX, okay. Oh, we're looking at Tron now by request, and if you guys have any chart requests, I'd be glad to take those. I'll do the best I can, and just quick TA here for you. First off, I like to go to the daily and see what we're doing on the daily. I'm just going to go to the weekly here just to get some context. That's just straight down, isn't it? It's probably impulsive. Looks like you got the same as all the other ones. You got an impulse wave here. Looks like you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Wow. This is not looking great. Could be A, B, and then yeah, but see how it came way past the 1618. Let me turn my sound off. Sorry. Man, looks like 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost finished the 5th wave. That's not good. Is there any other way to interpret that? Let's see here. Yeah, that's looking 5 wave-ish. Let's see if the 3, 4. It's looking about finished. It's looking about finished. Let's go to the 8 hour. is going to have a correction to the upside, but it looks like it'll go down even more. But I don't know. I don't know how to read that. Doesn't have any good shape. It's just impulsive. I don't know how to read that wave. And that's the problem with all of them. Looks like we got to come down one more hit. This Tron looks like it may come down to this next fib level. Would that break the bottom? No, it wouldn't break the bottom. It seems like it's bottomed out pretty good. It's bouncing on the 786 right now. This measures awful deep. It measures more like a 5 wave. Only other thing I can think of is you've got an ABC and then you ABC. So A, W, X, Y, I don't know. Let me check it out. Yeah, I don't see that as 3 waves, James. Let me just show you why. I'm going to zoom in. I'll show you. I mean, it's tiny, but you got a wave 1 there. See it? One, two, three, 4, 5. So there's 5 waves there. Three waves to the downside, and then we've got 1, 2. Yeah, this one's a harder one. It looks like a truncated fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if that's a truncated fifth, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. So if I count this as the 5th wave, which doesn't look right, but again, it's like Litecoin. So that puts us at the 1276 there, A, B, C, B, and then this could be a WXY correction like everybody else is, maybe. Oh, that's not right. W, X, Y. But it looks more like an ABC actually, because this looks more 5 wave-ish, maybe. A, B, C. I just don't see 3 waves here. That's a problem, but it's got to be something because, yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's just crazy. Crazy. That's the best I got for you right there. Let's just throw the fibs on it and see what we got here. You might look for a buy here at 0.0109 to, I mean, right. So here's where I would say be thinking about a potential buy. Dang on, that brings us double bottom or lower. I don't know. I can't read it. Best I got. That's not very good, is it, guy? Measure what? What should I measure? What I just did? Or the first wave? Three, 6, 1, 8 of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the extended fifth. That's the way I'm counting that. The Patreon, just so you know, it's at the bottom. It's in the description of all of. Yeah, that's what I did, James. I don't know if you missed it, but I did that first, and that's when I started labeling it. But anyway, what do you call what I have there, James? It came up to the 3618. I mean, that to me is a three wave. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mean, this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 extended fifth. That's like all the other ones. They had extended, like Litecoin, and it had those extended fifths. Yeah, but basically for Patreon, you go to any of the videos, and in the description there's a link to the Patreon. You sign up there, and once you sign up there, I'll get an email about it, and then I'll send you a link to the Telegram group, and then you're in. So, and in Telegram, I just share charts. I give guys, answer any questions as often as I can. I share extra videos, just try to keep everybody calm while they're trading. Just there's all kinds of stuff we try to do in that. And so it's just a thank you for helping support me in this endeavor. So I really appreciate it, and I'm just trying to give back. I'm telling you, it's not three waves, man. It's not James. It's bro. Look right there. That's a higher low right there. Let me get real close. Look, 1, 2, right there. There's your one wave. It's not three. So there's. Come on, bro. Come at me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. That's the third wave. That's your third wave for Tron. I see 5 waves to the upside there, extended fifth. It's like all the others. James doesn't see it, but James, start your YouTube channel, bro. I'll follow you. Start it. Anyway, but the only thing I can guess is that we got 3 wave move here to the downside. I'm looking for this ballpark in here, probably 0.013 to 0.010, something like that. So that's the best I got. Any other requests before we knock off for the night? Glad you guys came. I really appreciate you guys coming by. Lots of fun. I actually look forward to Sunday night requests. It's a lot of fun. Anybody else? Any other Elliott Wave questions? Anything I can do while I'm here? Let's just take one more peek at Bitcoin. Oh, come on, look at her. Yeah, let me see you fall. I like when I see it start to fall, and then it just starts dripping like a piece of tar on my screen, just black. All right, Dean, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate your charts and Facebook. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, just go to Facebook, search Litecoin Swing Traded Community, and man, we have a blast in there. You get a lot of extra attention there, but we have a bunch of traders learning and a lot of people growing. It's just a good community of people. We have a lot of fun. So if you haven't done that, make sure you're there. I think most of you are in there. But if you're not, come on in. And then there is the Patreon. There's only a handful of us there, but we spend a lot of time together. Anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic night. If there are no more requests, we're going to call it a night and let that be it. I'll hang on if there's any last requests. Last chances. All right, y'all. Thanks for hitting the likes and thanks for subscribing. Let's see. Do we make? Let's refresh this page. Let's see what we got. Did we hit 800? 798. Come on. Are there 2 people watching that have not subscribed? You've got to hit subscribe. Come on, 2 of you. 2 of you. Come on. That's funny. All right. Hey, thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. Hey, Gideon, love your name. Thanks. It was a great night. Appreciate it. No one's going anywhere till we get 800. Yeah, we'll get 800 eventually. So thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.